welcome to our last session of Made at Home Taste Buds on a Budget. We've got Becca Stackhouse from the University of Georgia. She's the Family Consumer Science Agent in Crisp County. And I'm Katie Cullum. I'm the Family Consumer Science Agent for the University of Arkansas in White County. Today we're going to talk about entertaining. And I can see what you're thinking. We're not entertaining right now. We're never going to get to see people again. Yes, we will, hopefully. So, you don't want to blow your budget right off the bat by hosting a big Pinterest-worthy bash, do you? No. So, how you can save money. I've said it before, plan, plan, plan. Planning is key to eating well on a budget. So think about the kind of entertaining that you want to do. Do you want to have a complete sit-down meal where you use your nice plates? Or do you just want to have some appetizers maybe, some snacks? Are you just going to have cake and ice cream to celebrate everybody's birthday? Or are you going to have cake and ice cream plus some nuts and some mints and some little smokies and some vegetables and some fruit and some hot dogs for the kids? And are you going to go all out, or are you going to keep it simple? Are you going to be indoors or outdoors? What's the plan? So think through your plan and figure out what's really important to you. Honestly, people are going to be so excited to see real life people that they probably won't care if you have party hats and sparklers for your birthday party or just cake and ice cream. It's up to you. But whatever you do, you need to plan. And you have to plan the protein. That's one of the biggest expenses when you have people over, is the protein. Meat, poultry, whatever it is that you're going to have. So that can add up pretty quickly. One way to help with that is find a good sale. So be watching the sale papers, be watching social media for those grocery stores. Look for those good deals and see what you can find. Use inexpensive cuts. I use my crock pot over there, my slow cooker, to take a kind of a cheap cut of pork maybe and make barbecue sandwiches. Low and slow, and it's still going to be great, and it's going to feed a lot of people too. Another thing with parties, people can always ask, hey, what can I do to help? And a lot of times say, oh, don't worry about it, I got it. You don't have to do that. If people ask to help, let them. Potlucks spread the cost around, and people are more likely to bring something that they will actually eat. You don't want to have your nice, pretty dish and nobody eat it. So let people help. This is also good for those people that have some allergies or lots of likes and dislikes, because that way they will feel comfortable bringing something that they will actually be able to eat. Now, again, with the potlucks, you may have to say, now we do have a food allergy. Somebody can't have peanut butter, but anything else would be fabulous. And so people don't mind working around that kind of thing. And so let people help. And if they don't offer, you can also always say, hey, do you think you might could bring some sodas? Because that's always an easy thing to bring too. Speaking of sodas and drinks, can you use your glassware? Do you have to buy plastic cups? If you're going to be inside and it's mostly adults, you may can just use your glasses. You've got a dishwasher most likely, so you can just wash. Because the cost of these add up after a while. So, and you may also think about, do the kids really need a Capri Sun or some other kind of drink, or can they just have something in some little cups too? And instead of alcohol or lots of soft drinks, have some infused water. Chances are somebody will really appreciate having that healthy choice. Because lots of people, especially this time of year, are trying to drink more water. So have some kind of infused water. You can keep it simple with just some lemon and lime, or you can add mint. You can do a lot of fun things with infused water. And there will be a link to that on my blog, so watch for that too. And instead of buying ice, just start stocking up from your freezer. You probably have an ice maker in your freezer, so just start a few days ahead by putting it in a bucket in your freezer or some bags, and that way you don't have to run out the last minute and get ice. So I all boils down to keeping it simple. Do you really need 3 main dishes, 10 sides, and 5 desserts? Do you really need to wow everybody by spending a lot of money? Probably not. Keep it simple. Pick a main from what's on sale. Add 2 or 3 side dishes, maybe just 1 dessert, and you're set. And if you have a potluck, you can always be a little bit more flexible. So another thing is to do some of it yourself. Cut up the vegetables yourself instead of buying one of those big trays. Those can get expensive. And if you do the vegetables yourself, then you can pick what vegetables you're more likely to eat, because you can always use those leftovers for lunches or a stir fry or in a casserole later in the week. Now you may think, oh, I don't plan games. I'm not a big game person myself. Guests may not need a lot of entertaining by the time we get around to entertaining. They may just be so happy to see people in person that they don't care if they have a lot of games. But you may want to have a few games. Don't go out and buy them. Chances are somebody you know has some board games or some outdoor games. We usually have some sports equipment that we throw outside for the kids if they want to play sports, and some games for the indoor people. Keep it simple. People are going to be so excited just to talk that hopefully they won't miss a lot of fancy games. Now, decorations is a whole other ball game. What can you do yourself? Can you get some flowers from your yard or your neighbor's yard? Check out some dollar stores for inexpensive decorations, but you don't have to go all out for a holiday party. I like to choose solid colors. I got some sheets on clearance. They're just solid red sheets. I got some twins and maybe 1 double-sized sheet. And I can use this for a lot of different holidays. Christmas, Valentine's, Memorial Day, July 4th, birthdays, anything. And I can just wash them and put them back in the cabinet. So it's really easy to do solid colors instead of having a Valentine's tablecloth or lots of Valentine's decorations that I can only use once a year if I happen to have a Valentine's party. So be flexible with your decorations. You can choose just glassware to use. You just set out some pretty glassware. You can always add a little food coloring and whatever holiday is coming up. Just keep it simple and use what you have. Another thing, consider cleanup. Do you really want to spend all night taking down all those decorations that you spend all day putting up? Are you going to have a lot of extra trash to put in your trash can that day because you've had a lot of paper plates and plastic cups? Those are just some things to consider. You could just use some of your stuff and not have as much trash to throw away. So hopefully these tips can help you when you're entertaining, because you don't have to spend a fortune, you don't have to have a Pinterest-worthy bash, and you can still have fun, even if you keep it simple. So now I'm going to turn it over to Becca, and she's going to show us a Cowboy Caviar, which is one of my favorite ways to get some extra vegetables in.
Welcome to our last episode of Made at Home for our budget series in January. Thank you for joining us, and we would love to hear your feedback. And what topic would you like to hear next? So, on today's episode, we're going to talk Cowboy Caviar. Now, I recently had this, and there are several different ways to make it. But this one came from our food e-talk. So, we've got black-eyed peas that you need. You need green onions. You need bell pepper, tomato, cilantro, which I thought I had, but we're actually going to leave that out tonight. Lime juice, olive oil, some kind of salt seasoning that's salt-free, and a black pepper. So I've got my seasonings right here ready to go, and they are going to drop into my tomatoes here. Then we're going to drop in our black-eyed peas here. And we're going to chop up our green onions. Now, it only calls for 1/3 of green onions, so we're just going to, I'm just going to go ahead and chop it all so it's all chopped here. And then we'll make sure that we get about 1/3 in there. So if you're making this for some entertaining, this is one that is necessarily better if you go ahead and make it ahead of time and let it sit and let all of those seasonings kind of combined, and it'll make that flavor a whole lot bolder. So we're gonna add in our bell pepper. We're gonna dice our bell pepper here. So this is good to eat with tortilla chips. You can eat it as a salad. You can eat it as a dip, kind of whatever you want to make it. You can make these small peppers, or you can make them large. So kind of what kind of sizes you want on eating your tips there. Or if you're wanting it as a salad, maybe you do cut it a little bit larger so that you've got a little bit larger pieces to eat as a salad. So one way that I've seen it is you add multiple colors of bell peppers. You could also add some corn in it, make it a little bit more, give a little more veggies in it. You could add cheese on top of it as your salad topper. Then we're gonna add 3 tablespoons of lime juice. So there's about 1, 2, 3 lime juice. I forgot our olive oil, so we're gonna tuck over here and get our olive oil. We need about a teaspoon of our olive oil. And then we're going to stir this bad boy up. I'm just making all kinds of messes over here. And then your Cowboy Caviar is going to look about like that, and it's ready to go. But my advice would be make it a little bit ahead of time. Make it a day before so that it can sit and soak up all its seasonings and let all of the ingredients combine themselves together. Thank you for joining us on these episodes of Made at Home. Thank you for letting us join you in your kitchen in January and talk about budgeting. Have a fantastic year this year.